Yes, what is up, Ballsville gamers? Joining us on the eve of Christmas Eve. This is the holiday edition of a Ballsville soundboard. To the left of me, we've got Chris, my co-host, who is sorry for cussing on Sleeper. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Uh, not bad, not bad at all. And I got Tanner down here on at the bottom. It says Life's a Beach 420 on Sleeper. You probably know him because we have him on here quite often. How are you doing, Tanner?
Doing great. Waiting. I'm excited for the Christmas coming up, but doing great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's probably stressful. You guys got kids. I'm sure that makes it even more stressful than the average person.
100%.
Always fun to watch them open their gifts, I'm sure. All right. In the chat so far, we've got Todd Barker and Barker. You're the drummer for Blink 182 now. Todd Barber here joining us. And of course, our president, Mr. Alex Hernandez. Thank you very much. I'm down with that holiday edition. Next week, we will have the New Year's Eve edition of the opening. So loving it. All right, Ethan in the house. Let's go. All right. So everybody, here's the thing. We're missing somebody. Alex is not in here with us. He was like, yo, I'm stressed. I'm tired. You guys, I'm done. I'm out. But no, really, he needed a break, and that is totally fine. He is busy, busy, busy. And so the three of us are on here. We're going to give you a nice, short, sweet show tonight. It's going to be real simple. And one thing we asked, hey, Fran, what's up, girl? One thing that we're going to, sorry, I got thrown off right there. Wow. So one thing that we're going to do tonight is cut out the news, cut out the injuries. We're going to go straight to the point. We're getting now to the end of fantasy, but that does not mean that we're at the end of the podcast, because moving forward after our championships go through and once, it's playoffs and everything, we're going to start talking sports book picks, spreads. We're going to just start doing all sorts of fun things that are outside of just the regular fantasy. Ballsville's still going to be going hard. We're going to be talking about new games, new changes. There's going to be a lot going on. So just keep joining, keep joining. It's going to be really fun. So let's start it off with, I guess, some recap. Here's some happy holidays from us. I'm half Jewish, so I made it a little bit of a all-encompassing. So what we're going to talk about first here is the Monday night game. We had the 49ers at the Colts. We had a Phillip Rivers. He's fun to watch run, but he was shooting it. I mean, at the beginning of that game, he was really like throwing that ball. He was doing really well. There's only so long that you can really hold off, the Niners at this point. They are hot. They are playing well. CMC is an absolute beast. Everybody got a touchdown. Kittle got a touchdown. CMC got a touchdown. Jennings, Tongus. I mean, who didn't get a touchdown at this point, when it comes to the 49ers? So, I mean, this was, I think we all knew 49ers were going to win. I don't know about you, Tanner, but did you think that the Colts had a chance?
Yeah, I did actually. So I
Okay,
even made I had made a kind of a side bet with a buddy of mine, just because I thought that, with the extra week and Rivers being in the, in the facility and kind of being able to mesh, I thought that they were going to come out swinging, which they did. It's just unfortunate, kind of got caught in the wind of, CMC's greatness and in that entire team. So yeah, unfortunately, I did think that they were going to keep it closer.
Hey, I don't blame you. I think I think just Phillip Rivers being in there and Niners being a decent defense, I didn't think they'd stop JT that well, but they sure did. Chris, did any of these guys mess you up, or did they mostly help you in fantasy?
I needed McCaffrey and Purdy to both do well, just not as well as they did, because that also took me out of a league. Because it was rough in one league, but another league, I became champ. So it was good.
That's how it goes. Hopefully, the one where you became the champ was the one that got you more money.
Yeah, actually, it was. I would say though that in this game, especially, I didn't think the Colts had a chance until they went right down there and scored their first touchdown. I thought when the 49ers went 7-0, it was going to be over. because they just
Yeah.
went right down the field. But
Yeah.
Philip Rivers, man, at 40, whatever he is, 45. I mean,
44.
he still has the ability. I mean, the way his throwing motion is, though, he does look like an old man out there. But
He does. Yeah, he underthrew a lot. When he threw well, it was nice. There was a lot of like kind of wobblies instead of spirals out there, but he hit his guys pretty often. It wasn't terrible, it wasn't the best, but I don't think that he's the guy that's going to get him anywhere. So we've got Jerry B in the house. What is up? We have Ethan saying that what do you say? Niners are the best team in the NFC West. I could agree with that. That's for sure. But yeah, dude. Oh, Todd says Jennings won a few leagues for him. I mean, the fact that you even started Jennings was good on you. I wasn't really sure if he should be a starter even with Pearsall out. So that was a good job. All right, y'all, let's go. So going backwards to Sunday night, we had that Patriots-Ravens game. Patriots for some reason were on my like very top of the list that like, yes, this team is going to win. I just didn't think there's any question, but I certainly didn't think they'd make it this close. And it looked like maybe Lamar got injured again. What did you think about this game, Tanner?
I thought it started out really well, and I'm with you there too, that even before the game, I was asking everyone why was Patriots considered underdogs on sports books. They were a better team, and it may have been a different game if Lamar actually was able to finish it, because they were kind of building a lot of momentum coming into it. But overall, I think the result kind of ended up being what we thought. And I just think the team is just kind of collapsing before us this season. So it was a disappointment overall to me, from a fantasy perspective.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what about you, Chris? Because I know I had some decent amount of Lamar. I thought he was going to play pretty well. What about you?
I feel like this is the end of the Lamar Jackson Harbaugh pairing. I think Lamar looked like he's checked out, or maybe not even checked out, just uninterested in what's going on right now. Yeah, Harbaugh is going to be looking for another job, I'm sure.
It's such a shame. It's such a shame, honestly, because his brother's the man. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, seriously, everyone's saying rest in peace, Lamar. See you later. We'll see what happens. I have no comment on that yet. I'm still a Lamar believer, but no, he just needs to stay healthy, man. Just needs to stay healthy. And just so you know, just because I've got a few extra people in here that weren't in here earlier, stay to the end. I've got a surprise for y'all. All right, stay to the end. All right, let's go. Next up, we've got our Thursday night game, Rams versus Seahawks, and this was a game, all right. So as you guys know, on Thursday night games, we always put in our picks, and we do it with the spread. And all of us, me, Nick, and Alex, all took the Seahawks minus 1.5, and Chris was the only one that took the Rams for plus 1.5. And even though you thought they were going to win straight out, it doesn't matter because you still are the only one that picked correctly on the spread. And Seahawks took them out by 1 point. Vegas does it again. That 1.5 spread, just making a lot of people sad out there. I'm sure a lot of people, took both sides. So I'm going to go to you on this one, Chris, because I know you're a big believer in the Rams. Puka had an amazing game. Was there anybody on here that you didn't start if you had them on your team?
I just because I have depth and based on Corum getting more looks than you'd think that he'd get right now. Kyron Williams did not start on any of my teams.
Smart.
I will say, as impressive as Puka was, on the other side of the ball, JSN, 0 points in the first half. He still put up 20. I can't even remember. Was it 23, 24, something like that?
All in the second half.
That's pretty good in a half. That's a good number to have in a second half. So
yeah, absolutely.
He helped me out too.
Absolutely. And actually that reminds me that I didn't put this up earlier, but this was your top 10 fantasy scorers last week. And JSN isn't on here, but that doesn't mean he wasn't great, because he was. It just means that, and somehow Chris Olave snuck into that 10 spot, but Puka was number 1 and Chase Brown was number 2. Trevor Lawrence number 3. Genty made it to number 4, even though he still couldn't bring his Raiders to a win because, I mean, it's the Raiders. And then Matt Staffy, Justin Herbs, Bijan, Jalen Warren snuck in there. The three that stand out to me are Chris Olave, Jalen Warren, and Chase Brown, or probably Trace Brown or Trevor Lawrence. So even though they're great players, they're usually not in the top 10 in scoring. Did you guys have any of them? And did any of them help you? I'll start with you, Tanner, since I went to Chris first earlier.
Yeah, well, for all of us who are in multiple leagues, more than we can count at this point because we're all degens, I have all of these players, and I'm also facing all of these players, so it makes me extremely happy and sad to see, especially Puka scoring so much because I got knocked out in semis because of him. But honestly, Chris Olave, out of everyone, I think is probably the biggest surprise, I think, to most people, just this season and for just the week alone. So I'm pretty happy with all of these players' performances.
Yeah. What about you? What about you, Chris?
I want to touch on Olave. He to me should have made the Pro Bowl. I would have taken him over Pickens the way Pickens has finished this last 3 weeks. Also, Trevor Lawrence not being in the Pro Bowl is like a catastrophe. There's no way he should have been left out over, sorry to say, but Herbert.
Oh, stop it. I mean, I get that Trevor Lawrence should have been in, but not over Herbert. Come on now. Nah. Tanner, what do you think about that? And I know you're mad at the Chargers right now, but come on.
I mean, it's hard not to start. It's hard not to start Trevor. I mean,
of course you're gonna start Trevor. But I mean, for a Pro Bowl,
man, I think
Justin Herbert's making top 10 with a broken hand.
I agree. I think Trevor was also before this month. I'm pretty sure I was along the many people who were saying that the Jags were kind of fraudulent, and I didn't even think they were going to make playoffs about a month and a half ago. So my vote is on Herbert. He was like a top 5 QB for probably about half the season until things kind of started, going this way and that out of his control.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, look, they're both very good quarterbacks. I think they're very, very, very good. And I'm obviously biased. I'm obviously going to defend Herbert to the moon. So let's move on. All right. So so let's move into what we're calling the holiday spreads, you guys, because like I said, we're going to talk a lot more about sportsbook numbers, sportsbook picks and predictions and spreads, and probably some other fun things that sportsbook offers that we usually don't get into. So on that note, whoa, what just happened? Our holiday spreads, y'all. Okay. I don't know what you guys usually eat, but sure, it looks something like this. So let's start off Christmas Day with Dallas Cowboys at Washington Commanders. Tanner, of course, I'm going to go to you. Your Cowboys, they were so close at the beginning last week. I pretty much knew we were going to run away with it eventually. But what did you notice in that game for you when it comes to the Cowboys and how they played?
Honestly, I think because number one, they aren't playing for anything anymore. It kind of feels like, I've seen this in so many past seasons where, especially around this time, if they aren't kind of blowing out the team or putting up at least up a touchdown or two by at least the end of the first half, the team kind of just gives up. And it really shows with our defensive line because Hampton just started literally running through extremely wide gaps that should have never been there. But for this game, just knowing the history behind these two teams, especially around this time, I think this is going to be a great game no matter who quarterbacks for the Commanders. So I definitely am going to take the Cowboys spread because I think we're going to come out swinging and we're going to come out mad. But, I'm hoping for –
It's a big spread, that -6.
That is a big spread. But I got to ride with my boys. I think we're going to come out and at least – I'm hoping for one more win. I mean – who knows?
Yeah. I mean, neither teams have anything to play for here, but it's just pride at this point, right? Because it's not like Cowboys are going to get that great of a pick, so they might as well try to play hard. What do you think, Chris?
I think Washington is going to cover. Like you said, there's nothing to play for, but I will say division game, it's going to be close. closer than 7. Dallas will probably still win, but I do think they keep it closer than 7.
Okay. Ethan says Washington will win 31-14. Ouch. Oh gosh. Tanner, those are like fighting words, I think.
Who's even behind Mariota right now? Who came in behind him after he got hurt? Which that was a very odd injury to me.
Isn't it? Is it Josh Johnson or somebody like that?
Oh yeah. The guy who's played for like
Undrafted
almost
guy.
all 32 teams. Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll be interesting either way. I think I kind of want to see who's the backup with the long hair. I kind of want to see him play. I think he played for Notre Dame. Who knows who we'll see out there? But I mean, Cowboys by 14, and that was directed at Ethan.
Alan, thanks for joining us. Alan Curtis, another tie 2020. He says that's right, because this picture here doesn't even show that the Cowboys actually are 6-8-1. They do have a tie, which is kind of fun. Actually, that would not be a bad guess, honestly. But in which the Commanders would cover the spread. I'm sorry, going to take Commanders to cover the spread as well, but I do believe that the Cowboys will pull this one off. But yeah, I do think it's going to be a tiny bit closer. I mean, who knows? Maybe Joe Milton plays second half, but I think Joe Milton is really good. So, I mean, even if he comes in, I don't think that means anything negative, just to give everyone a break at that point. All right, let's move on to the next game of the holiday slate. We've got the Detroit Lions at the Minnesota Vikings, looking at -6 for Detroit, +6 for the Vikings. Vikings been playing a little bit better as of recent. However, I'm actually unsure, Chris. Do the Vikings, are they still fighting for a spot, a wild card spot, or are they just out now?
No, both of these teams are out. They're both locked out.
I thought Lions could still.
I don't think so. I think they got eliminated as well. I will say Detroit should be pissed off. I think. I mean, not like Dallas wouldn't be, but I just think Detroit's on another level. Give me Detroit by at least 6. At least 6.
You know what? And look, let's be clear too. We didn't talk about this yet. We'll talk about it when we get to line breakers, but Steelers over Detroit was your underdog pick, and that was an extremely good pick, a really great game, and I think everyone was surprised to see the Steelers come over the Lions. So, I mean, we'll talk about that later, but I think it definitely shows that the Steelers are doing something here. So, I got you taking the Lions well over -6. What do you think, Tanner?
Oh yeah, I think the Lions are gonna. I just saw news today that the Vikings claimed Brett Rippin off of waivers, assuming that JJ McCarthy probably is going to be a no-go for this week too. And even if he was a go, I would still take Lions spread here. But yeah, this is a pretty easy pick if you're a gambler.
Yeah, I'm definitely also going to take the Lions on this to cover the spread. I'm hoping for a good game because, again, Ethan said these games suck. Lions are out too. I mean, it's like, oh boy. Yeah, just wait till the next one comes up. So we're all taking the Lions on this -6. Let's hope they all play their starters, because I think people that are in their championships or, in semifinals, depending on how your leagues run in Sleeper, you're still hoping for guys like St. Brown or JJ to do anything, even though Jefferson really hasn't done much because, quarterbacks. So let's see what we got. Before all of this, we were talking about how Justin Jefferson can make any quarterback look good, but we were proven wrong this year.
Sorely wrong.
So we've got our Christmas evening game, Broncos versus the Chiefs. Look at that spread, you guys. That's crazy. That is obviously because no Patrick Mahomes, no playing for anything, no Gardner Minshew. I mean, I don't even know what they're going to do here for their quarterback situation, but Broncos has a huge -12.5 spread. I'm a Chargers fan. If the Broncos lose this game and the next one and the Chargers win, then Chargers take first place. It's very unlikely. I get it, but you got to know I'm still rooting for it. I have to, fans for life here. But yeah, so this is a huge spread. What do you think, Chris? You going to take this high spread?
Double it. Broncos, cream them.
Ooh, he says double it. I love Alan's giving all of his full score predictions here. He says double it. Minus 12.5. Let's make that minus 25. Okay. What about you, Tanner?
I think I'm with Chris here. I mean, honestly, seeing their butts get whooped by the Titans was so great to see, and also it was great to see Moore finally get like a win that he felt really, really good about. So I think it's just unfortunate that the Broncos have such an easy schedule for the rest of the way. Even though it's funny because prior to the season being started, this game probably would have been fireworks if KC was still in it and they were fighting for the top Division C or whatever else. So it's kind of sad that it's not going to be, but yeah, definitely with Chris. Double that spread and going with
All right, I'm going to be the outlier, but I'll tell you why. Number one, because I really, really want to manifest this win for the Chiefs, even though I sorely hate rooting for the Chiefs at any point in time. But I got to for my Chargers. I've got to because I'm annoyed with the Broncos and their easy schedule and their lucky wins in the past here. But Chiefs got nobody. I'm still going to take them to cover the spread. And the biggest reason why is coming up in line breakers is stupid underdog picks, man. Ugh, they're so hard to create. So looking good, you guys. I think everybody in here Alex says triple it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Coming up next, we have our fun segment that we like to call Line Breakers. You guys heard of it? It's a fun little game that Chris and I came up with. In the game of Line Breakers, Chris and I have 4 regular games and 2 underdog games we pick. This week, we didn't have enough regular games that covered the spreads for our rules, so we had to do 2 underdog picks. Let me get us here so we can see everything. All right, so this is last week's picks. The green is the correct picks. The red is the incorrect picks. Oh, and for everyone that's in here, just a little reminder at the end of the show, I have a surprise for everybody, so please don't go anywhere. And also we've got some fun stuff coming up. So, all right. So last week on Line Breakers, I got my 4 regular picks correct. I was completely obviously wrong on the underdog, which is very easy to do because we pick straight up. We do not pick with the spreads here. So when we pick an underdog, it has to be over 4.5 spread. And, the underdogs don't win a lot. But you move over to Chris here, and he got his Steelers over Lions underdogs pick, which was a very beautiful pick. Definitely would have been my pick if he hadn't picked it first. So he got a couple wrong there. So our underdog picks are worth 2 points instead of 1. Our regular picks are worth 1 point. So he got 2, 3, 4. I got 4. We got even. Our guest Nick last week didn't do such a great job. He just got the 2 correct. Tanner, I don't know. You said something along the lines of like, who was that guest? Those picks suck.
Yeah, Nick, we're gonna have a talk, buddy.
But it happens to the best of us, you guys. What's up? I'm trying to read everyone's name. We've got we've got Danny Barber up in the house. What is going on, girl? She is in our all-female league. She is also married to Sir Todd Barber. It's good to have you on here as a whole separate entity this time. Y'all, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube page. It really helps us out, and we really appreciate you guys so much. All right, let's go to it. So back to Line Breakers, y'all. Alex Wrench. The Alex Wrench, you guys, is the one thing that I believe has really been the biggest pain in Chris's back because it hits again. Alex said, I don't think those Bucks are going to beat the Panthers. And sure enough, he was right. The Alex Wrench was thrown in and it was correctly picked. Luckily for me, he was wrong about the Bears over Packers. So let's look at our scores. Throughout the weeks, we've had a lot of ups and downs, but look at that wrench, I'll tell you. So without the wrench, Chris would be sitting at 38 points. And without the wrench for me, I would be sitting at 43 points. So we'd be a lot closer. He is not allowed to throw the wrench at the guests. Alex, you're in the chat. So I'll have you pick your Alex wrenches for this week here in the comments. Let's do this. So here's our picks for this week. I'm picking the Chargers pretty much every week now. Next week's our last week. I've got Chargers over the Texans for obvious reasons. I do believe this is going to be a very good game. I do not think it's going to be a slam dunk, but I think we can do it. We've got Packers over the Ravens. I just think everyone's going to beat the Ravens now. I am taking the Giants over the Raiders. We'll talk about this game a little bit more later, so I'll get into this game in a little bit. We had to do 2 underdog picks for this one, unfortunately. And underdog picks, gosh, they suck. They really suck. So first one I took was Panthers over Seahawks because I'm feeling like that was the best underdog option out of all of them. Remember, it's just to win straight up, no spreads. And then I did take the Chiefs over the Broncos. Oy, 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 oy vey, you guys. I'm manifesting it, y'all. I'm manifesting it. Chris, let's talk about yours.
Yeah, before I get into it, I just want to say we got to change something up next year for that Alex wrench. I think it would be more fair if I picked your wrench and you picked my wrench. Make it skills based. I took.
Well, how is that any different though?
Because if I lose, it's from my own doing. If you lose, it's from your own doing. There's no third.
But how is it not? What I mean, if there's a wrench in any way, how does it make any difference who picks the wrench?
Because if you would have picked a different wrench for me and it went through, it would make a difference.
I don't see how, but we'll talk about that later.
Steelers
Alex is already putting the Texans over the Chargers on his wrench for me. I don't know why you keep trying.
Steelers are just in a different mindset right now. They need to keep winning. So it's going to be harder without Metcalf this week, but I still think they're better than the Browns. Bills over the Eagles. Eagles already have their spot clinched. They can't get the 1 seed. They can't not win the division. Bills have more to play for. 49ers can still get the 1 seed, so I think they're going to be in a different mode as well. Bears already have the division locked up, but they can still get the 1 seed too. I just think the 49ers are better. My underdogs weren't very inspiring, but I picked the Cardinals over the Bengals because, the Bengals, we can all agree that they have their letdown games at times, and even though the Cardinals suck, they can still beat them. Dolphins over the Bucks. I think the Bucks are in a free fall, and the Dolphins, they got nothing to play for, but, why not?
All right, awesome. Tanner, talk to us about your picks.
Well, obviously, I have to choose any team that's going against the Chargers this week. And, the Texans defense is just so good. It's hard to bet against them, even though the Chargers have a great defense too. I just think Stroud, to me, it's just been on fire. And, it's kind of looking like it could be a Texans type game. Bills over the Eagles. The Eagles have just been kind of here and there, and I just don't see them showing up against the Bills, who have one of their best shots to getting to the Super Bowl this year. I just think Bills kind of come into it hot-handed. Bears are over the 49ers. The 49ers have been a great team, especially over the last few weeks, but they also they find ways to lose whenever they really shouldn't, and that was definitely prevalent earlier in the season, even though it was Mac Jones playing. So I'm going to go Bears. Panthers over Seahawks. Bryce Young, he's been pretty clutch, even though Seahawks have been great. Their defense looks great. Sam looks great. But Panthers have found ways to win every single game. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how Bryce keeps coming up with it, but he does. And the Cardinals over the Bengals, I think that it's kind of a weird game script that they're really trying to push for that game, especially because both teams are out of the playoffs. So who knows what teams are actually going to show up in that game? Because, if the Bengals truly were playing, it's going to be the Bengals all day. But the Cardinals they've kind of been pulling out these small wins. So who knows? I like the underdog pick though.
Yeah. That underdog pick is all about like who's got a chance of an upset, basically, right? It's not even like I really think they're going to win. It's mainly like, well, if someone's going to upset, this is probably going to be the one to do it, and that's pretty much how it goes. So, all right, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna get into something a little different. Let me go ahead and share a different screen here. But last week, we played a game called Confidence Yahtzee, fantasy football, and this is a game that was created mostly by Chris, and it was created a while back, like in week 10 or 9 or 10, when I decided that I wanted people to spin for a chance to challenge me. With Ethan, it was a little different. We had a whole thing. Anyway, basically, Ethan got a chance to challenge me at this game, Confidence Yahtzee, and I won. And then I decided, let's do it again because this is fun. So last week or the week before, I said, let's spin. I'm going to give somebody a chance. We're going to spin. 2 people are going to get a chance to go up against me again in Confidence Yahtzee. And if you guys win, you'll get a big game on me for 2026. And if you lose, then I'm still going to buy you a mini game just because it's fun and we spun the wheel. So we played last week and the results are exactly what I was hoping for. So let me pull this up. But while I am pulling this up, let's introduce this game. Yeah, baby. So my picks were right on top here. So you can just see that I went 100% correct on this one. Again, no spreads, just picking the win. And anybody that doesn't know, you can check out our old videos, but I'm sure everyone in here knows how this game works. The priority points here is how much the game is worth if you win. So Bears over Packers, Bengals over Dolphins, Seahawks over Rams, Panthers over Bucks, Jags over Broncos, Chargers over Cowboys, and Patriots over Ravens. And my big 7 points, got every single one. I mean, look, of course I'm surprised. If I were putting any money on any of these games, I would have lost. So I'm not used to it. But we had Motowaki, not so great here, but he did get the 5 and 6 pointers, which is important because you could potentially get your 5, 6, and 7 pointers and win if, another person doesn't get 100% correct. And then we had Alex, who had this kind of like spread out here. His 1 and 2 and his 6 and 7 hit. So 16 points, 13 points, and 28 points. So I'm giving opportunity here. It looks like some people have left, so they're probably going to miss out on this opportunity. But I am going to give the opportunity for anyone that is here in the YouTube chat with us by the end of this show. And to be clear, we only have one more segment coming up. So in about 5 minutes, whoever's still in here is going to get their name on the wheel, and we are going to spin it. And you guys, we have 1 week left. Okay. 1 week left. So next week, whoever gets the spin on this wheel and gets their name pulled is going to go up against me because someone's got to beat the champ. Someone has got to beat the champ. I'm killing it in line breakers. I already beat Ethan in this game. I've now beat Alex and Charlie in this game. So I want someone to challenge me. So let's do that after this next segment. Chris and Tanner are absolutely involved here. So their names are already on the wheel. So actually what I think we should do, just so that I know who's in here so that nobody has to talk if they don't want to, let's go ahead and create a word. Let's create a word here.
Go Cowboys. That's what, no, I'm kidding.
Just for that, it's going to be bolt up.
Bolt. Okay.
All right, you guys. The word is bolt up. Type it in right now and for the rest of this next 5 minutes that we have left, and your name will be put on the wheel. I am going to let this go. I'm going to take this off now. Go ahead and type it in. I'm going to go ahead and play this video for y'all.
And now, it's time for Sorry for Cussing Game of the Century of the Week.
Yeehaw. Let's recap it first, Chris.
All right, we had the Jags beat up on the Broncos pretty good, 34-20. Surprising finish I think they did a good job here.
Yeah, well, let's look at what we predicted for this. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Sarah, Chris, and Nick, we all took the Jags +3. Alex, you were the only outlier here, and you took Broncos -3. Understandable, but Jags just absolutely killed this. I was super happy to see this. Y'all know I'm rooting for Broncos to just lose as much as possible. I've always said I think they're a false this year of getting lucky with some wins on teams that shouldn't even have come that close. But 100%. T-Law, like you guys said, he's a top end quarterback. He's finally showing what everybody wanted to see for his first few years. So Tanner, what do you think? What did you think about this game? And again, fantasy wise, who here helped you out the most?
Fantasy wise, besides Trevor Lawrence, which was the most obvious, I think Cortland Sutton definitely was. He did exactly what at least I thought he was going to do, because the Jags have such a bad pass defense compared to their run defense. But overall, I think it was a great game for fantasy. I think ETN, I would have liked a few more points from him, but it's a little understandable just with the Broncos defense being so stout up front. But overall, I think Cortland, to me, gets MVP of that game. I think he made a clutch catch, and he was kind of the safety blanket for the Broncos, even though they lost. But for fantasy, Cortland Sutton is definitely MVP for me.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. I definitely, as soon as I saw how well Cortland did the week, before this game, I was like, oh yeah, okay, he's finally awake.
Yeah.
He hasn't been a guy that you've been able to trust, but he definitely helped me win some leagues. So let's do it. Okay, y'all, we're going to get into this week's. Chris is going to talk about why this week's game is the game of the week. Just a reminder, type in the words "bolt up." And Danny give me a hard time. She said, that's 2 words. All right. 2 words. Bolt up. Type it in here, get your name on the wheel, and spin for a chance to take down the champ. All right. Chris, this is all you.
All right, we've got the battle of the number 1 draft pick. I mean, it's not exciting, right? But guess what? The loser of this game is getting guaranteed number 1 draft pick spot. Give me the Giants to screw it up. They're going to win. They'll be the number 2 or number 3 pick in the draft. Raiders will probably beat them by a last-second field goal. The Giants will win it by a last-second field goal. Totally screwing this up. They'll cover the spread and win like 13-10.
13-10 is the score that we're guessing. So, okay, let me write this down because obviously we're doing our spreads here. Chris is taking the Giants to cover and by 3. Okay, Tanner, you're up skis. Hold on 1 second though before you go, Tanner. Alan, I see you in here, but you're not typing in bolt up. I want to put you on this wheel list. If you're up for it, type it in, but you got to type it in. You got to bolt up. All right, Tanner, go ahead.
I think I'm going to take the Raiders here. I do think that this is going to be a better game than we expect, but if Geno is playing, I feel like the Raiders kind of, especially with Pete Carroll being the coach, I don't know. I think that there is a little bit of pride there that, hey, let's at least win 1 or 2 more games to finish off, this season. I don't think Pete Carroll gives 2 dangs about the draft pick because he probably isn't even going to be there next season. So I think that they go out there and whoop some tail, and we might even see a Brock Bowers best game of the season probably. So who knows? But definitely the Raiders spread is my pick.
I think that's very fair. I think it's a very fair analysis. I'm going to take the Giants +1.5 because I mean at this point I gotta stick to my guns here because I totally took them in line breakers to win outright. So, but I do think it's fair. I think it's a really good analysis. So anything could happen. I mean, in general, oh God, I just I want to throw up in my mouth even saying this, but I think Tigers are actually like a little bit better than Giants just right now at this time of the year. But only by a little bit. But I think because, Gino has been playing a little better lately. He's a little bit more experienced and all that. And they have Genty and they have Bowers. So, they're just finally starting to wake up. Letting Jacoby Myers go is stupid, but they make those kinds of decisions. So, but I do think the Giants are going to win, and it may be an accident. Like he might try to miss that field goal and then make it for the end of the game.
Do a young Waku type, hit the ground instead.
Yeah, right. All right, y'all. So I think that I got everybody here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people signed up on the wheel. Let me pull up the wheel here, and anybody that has any last minute bolts ups that you want to put in here, do it now or forever hold your peace. I've got Life's a Beach 420, our man Tanner down here. I've got Sorry for Cussing, our guy Chris. We've got Danny Barber. We've got Francis. We've got Ethan. We've got Alex, Todd Barber. We've got Jerry B. And I've got Alan. If there's anyone else in here that wants to hop on. Ethan, what do you mean? Why's your name? Oh, because it's got less letters, bruh. So they try to take up the same amount of space on the wheel. All right. So I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody that wants to be in here. I know there's more people in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Oh, no. Well, yeah. There's a couple people in here who aren't putting their names up. So that's totally fine. Let's do a spin. I'm going to have to spin the wheel and do the sound effects at the same time. So let me just get my sound effects in order. I've got my drum roll. I've got my air horn. Let's see who's going to try and take down the champ. Let's go. Rematch. Oh my God.
The luck.
All right, I'm gonna do one more. So last week it was me against 2 people. Let's do it again. I'm gonna do one more spin because why not? If I beat 2 people like I did last week, then I can say that I'm even more of the GOAT than I was before. And I know that Chris is like really wanting this to land on his name right now. So let's go. The girls in the house. Let's go. Okay, I'm super stoked because Fran's gonna like downplay it and be like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to. No, watch how good this is. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be awesome. All right, we got Ethan and Fran coming in, and I think that means Chris and Alex should go ahead and pick the games for it. Make us a new sheet here for next week. And basically I'll reach out to you, Ethan and Fran, as soon as they give us our games, and we can either get together on a chat here on StreamYard and make our picks, or we can make them, live, whatever you guys want to do. We'll talk about that. So Ethan, stop it. Just stop it. He says, what is this for? No, stop. All right, y'all. Short and sweet. I love it. We got through everything in 45 minutes. This is awesome. You guys, from Ballsville and from all of us, we're saying Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, whatever you don't celebrate. Hope you guys have a great time off of work and have a great week and all of the things. We love you here, and we wish all of you happy Christmas and everything. By the way, next week, Tuesday again for our New Year's show, because New Year's Eve, nobody's going to want to come in. So
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
And we're out, I think. Let me just find this video to play real quick before we go out.
Let's see.
Right. I forgot to take the old video out of there. Don't. It works. All right, you guys. I am free.